Today, we're cracking open a digital can of worms, the QR code scam. It's everywhere, and you need to know about it. Think you can trust those quirky black and white squares? Think again. They might just be the wolf in sheep's clothing in our tech-savvy world. You might have been a victim of this already, so watch to find out. You've seen them everywhere. Those pixelated squares in black and white, quietly sitting in corners of ads, products, and even menus. They're called QR codes, short for quick response codes. Born in the 90s in Japan, they were initially designed for tracking automotive parts. But soon, these codes transcended their initial purpose. They morphed into a bridge between the physical and digital worlds. QR codes work like magic. You point your phone at them, and presto, you're transported to a website, video, or an app. No typing, no hassle. These codes can store a surprising amount of data. Website URLs, contact information, even Wi-Fi passwords. But here's where it gets interesting. QR codes are a language that your phone understands instantly. You scan, and your phone obeys, following wherever the code leads. It's this blind obedience that makes QR codes powerful. And as with any power, there comes the potential for misuse. In the right hands, they're a tool. In the wrong ones, a weapon. But as QR codes became commonplace, a shadow grew alongside their rise. This shadow was subtle, almost invisible, yet potentially dangerous. With increased use came increased attention, not just from consumers, but from those with darker intentions. It was the perfect storm, widespread use, and a general lack of understanding of how QR codes actually work. The stage was set for exploitation, and exploit they did. Scammers saw a golden opportunity in these innocuous-looking squares. They understood something crucial. QR codes are a mystery to most. We trust them because they're convenient. But how many of us actually know what lies behind these digital gateways? In that ignorance lies the scammer's playground. Scammers create fake QR codes and plant them where you'd least suspect. When you scan one, instead of going to a legitimate website, you're redirected to a fraudulent one. It's a classic bait and switch. These fake sites are doppelgangers. They mimic real websites, tricking you into thinking you're in safe territory. They ask for personal information, bank details, login credentials, and in the heat of the moment, many people give it. Why? Because everything looks legit. The scam is in the subtlety, the art of mimicking. The mechanics of this scam are simple, yet sophisticated. The QR code itself is just a tool, a means to an end. The real scam is on the website it leads to. This is where the con artists work their dark magic. They design these sites to capture information, like a spider weaving a web to catch unsuspecting flies. What makes this scam so insidious is its simplicity. It preys on a basic human trait, trust. We trust that a QR code will lead us where we want to go. Why wouldn't it? It's just a tool after all. But in the hands of a scammer, it becomes a weapon. It's a digital Trojan horse, and we're unwittingly inviting it into our phones. It might have happened to you already when you're in a parking lot. There's a QR code for a parking app. You scan, you pay. But what you don't know is that the QR code is fake. It's been placed there by scammers. You just gave your credit card details to a thief. Another scenario, you get an email from a courier service. It has a QR code to track your package. You scan it, and suddenly you're on a phishing site. This site is a clone, designed to steal your information. And just like that, your personal data is in the hands of someone you never wanted to have it. The common thread in these scams is the exploitation of trust and habit. We're used to QR codes being helpful, benign. We don't expect them to lead us astray. But in these cases, that's exactly what they did. They turned a routine action, scanning a code, into a dangerous gamble. Avoiding these scams starts with awareness. First, be skeptical. If a QR code looks out of place, like a sticker on a parking meter, think twice. Trust your instincts. If something feels off, it probably is. Don't let the convenience of a QR code blind you to its potential danger. Next, look closely. Is the QR code printed directly on the material, or is it a sticker? Stickers are a red flag. They're easy for scammers to place over legitimate codes. Be especially cautious of QR codes in public places, like parking meters or on posters. These are prime targets for scammers. When you scan a QR code, pay attention to where it takes you. Check the URL. Does it match the expected website? Look for subtle differences. Scammers often use URLs that are close to the real thing, but not quite. These small differences can be easy to miss if you're not looking for them. Finally, never input personal information unless you're absolutely sure of the site's legitimacy. This includes credit card details, login credentials, or any sensitive data. Legitimate businesses won't ask for this information via a QR code link. If you're prompted to provide such details, step back and reassess. To protect yourself, of course, use your phone's security features. Keep your software up to date. Updates often include security enhancements that can protect against scams. Also, consider using a QR code scanner app that checks the safety of links before opening them. These apps add an extra layer of security. Be cautious with unsolicited emails or messages with QR codes. If you're not expecting it, question it. Verify the source before you scan. A quick phone call or a visit to the official website can confirm whether the QR code is legitimate. It's better to take a few extra minutes to verify than to risk your personal information. Educate yourself and those around you. Share what you know about QR code scams. The more people are aware, the less effective these scams will be. Knowledge is power, especially in the digital world. By spreading awareness, you're not just protecting yourself, you're helping to protect others. Lastly, listen to your gut. If something doesn't feel right, it probably isn't. In the digital age, we're often encouraged to move fast, to embrace convenience. But sometimes, slowing down and paying attention can be your best defense. Remember, in the world of technology, not everything is as it seems. In the end, the QR code scam is a modern twist on an old trick: deception. By staying informed and vigilant, you can protect yourself from falling prey to it. Remember, in the digital world, caution is your best friend.